Alright, so initially when I come to the page, it's nice that there are faces, so that creates an empathetic touch point with me. Humans just do that. Then, there's just a few aesthetic things initially, like I would create more space around this, just so this sits a little bit better. I don't know about the lettering. Tend to retirement 101 class, talk with an advisor. Yeah, it just it seems a little dated, you know. Might like a you know emphasize this logo a little bit more, maybe center it. Do you need the LLC at the end? Southwest Michigan Financial. Retirement 101 class. Maybe you can drop the word class. Just make this say about services, resources, contact, login. And that's it. And then the bridge, I guess the bridge is good. I'd rather see them all like sitting at a table working with a client, something like that. Not a bridge doesn't really mean much to me, and I don't even know if that's Southwest Michigan. Yeah, it seems more like the Mac. Scroll. Yeah, three columns. I don't know. I would probably just make each one of these a wide horizontal sort of situation. Same three people, get some photos of them doing work, working with a client, shaking hands, all that classic stock photography type stuff. And then so this is a title, photo to the left, and then drop in that text. Then do the same thing. What we do, I don't know. Instead of what we do, I'd probably go try and find some phrase in here like I don't investing your retirements. Make it more like something that you're actually doing. I'm not gonna read through all this, but like have a reliable source of income for life. Like that's got to be maybe that title. Replace the title with it's like the don't uh, show don't tell. You know, maybe I don't know how we help. Again, same process. Find a nice photo. I try and avoid stock photography if you can. I think stock photography is better than no photography, but it's better if you just take the time, set up a few meetings, get some clients who are acceptable to, amenable to them getting their photo taken, then spend the day. What's a photographer cost? 3, 5, 900 bucks. I mean, it's worth it. And people pointing to chalkboards like, look at stock photography, but just do it yourself. I think it makes a huge difference. It seems a little backwards. It's a little like I'm reading here for a second, then I jump over here because that's a header. So if anything, I might just like flip flop those or whatever. That goes to that retirement class again. Uh, sure, but instead of the finger pointing to the phone, you at the desk taking a phone call or something. Um, yeah, it's a. I don't know. It's a lot of words for a contact, but whatever. I'm not nitpicky. Kalamazoo. I mean, I assume I'm in Michigan because you're saying Southwest Michigan, so I just cut out the MI here. So all this little stuff is page noise. I'd even cut out the office. I mean, I can figure that one out. So I would just say Kalamazoo, ba 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 bam, get out phone. We know what a phone number looks like. Marshall, cut all this out. Um, Doobie doobie doobie, get rid of that. Client login, fine. mean, I'd probably see if you can get a different style of this so you can see the A rating, A plus, bigger. Maybe just make this ethics. I mean, this ethics thing is so small, it's almost meaningless. So just make that bigger. Disclaimer. I don't know. Does this need to be on every page? It's very lawyerly. These get lost. Bigger, and then just repeat this whole situation in your main menu and stuff. So let's look at this. Yeah, stock photography. But if you're having this class, take some photos during it. Get real stuff. People will feel it. There you go. Attend a class at the Fetzer Center. Hire a photographer and shoot video and photography, and then let the photographer know a little something about the agenda so you get the shots that you want. Don't just let them go willy nilly. If you need a good photographer, I know good photographers. But the class, yeah, how to retire with confidence. You just need some font help, I think. I'm not saying using serifed fonts is a bad thing, but there's this style, then there's this style, then there's this style. Not to mention these, but that's just regular text and then bold. So we're not, okay, we'll count all of that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is almost a 6. If we just lowercase this, it's probably the same. So we got 6, 7. And we'll keep that at 7 because that's probably all the same. So about 7 different sort of font style, 8 different font styles going on. So let's just try and consolidate that. It'll go a long way. So what you can do in the interim is figure out 3 things that you like that your site is doing well, 3 things that you would like your site to improve upon, then some candidate sites like, I really like what Charles Schwab's website, does aesthetically, but maybe not functionally. So find a couple websites where it's actually doing the thing that you want it to do. Meet the team. Yeah, I like that. I would keep this stuff consistent. This hero image, and here's our page title. Here's the teaser, team, same thing. Once again, I don't know about this 3 column stuff because these are so long that I would just throw it off to the side. And then again, I would pull a couple pieces of text, phrases, and make those headers just so that it's easier to scan. People are just scanning your page, trying to figure out whether or not they're in the right spot. And they'll find out they're in the right spot if they meet your team, and they can create empathetic touch points with the faces, the content. Love that the faces are larger than a nickel, because any faces that are the size of your pinky nail or smaller are just useless. It's kind of like this logo down here. It doesn't do anything. So doopy-doo services. Okay, we're following the pattern. It's a lot of words. It's a lot of words. I know maybe you got to feel like you got everything jammed. You got to get everything in there. But there's got to be a way to reduce this if we're, financial, preparing you for all aspects of your retirement, maybe just preparing you for all you can nitpick it, but just try and kill some of those words. Our core values, or mission or vision, again, I would trade this out for something that pops, I don't know where it is. I'd have to sit here and take time to figure it out, but creating unique investment strategies. Boom. That's what that is. Love a good quote. My favorite is, there's nothing slower than progress. And let's see, financial plan. Okay, so if these are like your sort of two pillars, this could be a good place for some two column stuff, but I would put something above them, either a piece of photography, an icon, uh, something, and just make it to where an elementary school student could understand the difference between these two. All right. Financial life planning is an ongoing process. Okay. Um, it's a lot to take in, maybe. Um, and is this so? This is associated with this one or both? I'm not sure. This will take some explaining. It's a little overwhelming and confusing, but I'm sure it makes perfect sense to people. Or if I just again, I'm just scanning your page, trying to figure out are these the people that I want. Uh, and the fact that this looks like you have so giving it a cursory glance, it looks like you have a strategy, and you've taken time to create an aesthetic way of explaining your process. So to me, it's a positive, even though I don't fully understand it, or I haven't taken time to understand it. Why choose us? Okay, I feel like we're in just a totally different sort of styling for our layout now. So it's a little jarring compared to like these headers and what I've seen on the homepage. Yeah, so instead of I like how simple you're trying to do it with one word, believe me. Um, it's probably fine. Need an extra space here. Maybe bold this. I don't think you need this last sentence. Oh, and then there's more of these. Oh, I would almost put those right here back at the top. I don't know. For this to be compelling, we'd have to make some different choices, I think. Then there's this call to action again. So I'd make this call of action the same way every time because I think it was different. Um, yeah, it's different here. This is that same link to the 101 class. There's the 101 class again, right? Yep. Make that the same. So if you make things consistent, you're gonna make people feel like they're in a safe space. Same thing. Same thing. Yep, that's our footer. Resource center. So this looks like a blog. So I would just call it something. Maybe try not to call it blog or news. Maybe there's some new hip term out there somewhere that makes more sense. So some of these should be teased throughout the site based on their content. Contact. Oh, hang on. Let's look at one of these. Okay. Probably do a breadcrumb there would be nice for people. 3-minute read. Yeah, that's kind of cute. That is a link. Okay. Thought those looked like links. They should probably at least change color or throw an underline. They get a little lost, at least for me. Again, these headers don't look like the ones that they want. Boomy, come here, bud. Got a cat here. Share. Yeah, share whatever. Okay, contact. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'm not sure these hero images really work as well as you might think they do. I mean, it's cropping off whatever image you got here. They take up a lot of real estate. I would throw the form on the left side just because we read right to left, and then throw the address on the other side. and then drop a photo in there or something of, one of y'all just like, I'm picking up the phone. Like, I know it looks cheesy and stuff, but just like makes a difference when it's you and it's not something that I can go get on Adobe stock photography. If you want me to go get something on Adobe stock photography, then so be it. But I think you'd be better off just getting photos of yourselves. Otherwise, I think that's it.